I'd like to call this meeting to order, regular meeting Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, 6 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you may. Councilmember Shacker.
Here.
Councilmember Perkins.
Here.
Councilmember Phillips.
Here.
Councilmember McCafferty.
Here.
Councilmember Armstrong.
Here.
Vice Mayor Granillo.
Here.
Mayor Miller.
Here.
And our town attorney is present tonight.
No, he's on Zoom.
He's on Zoom.
Yeah.
Introductions, presentations, and proclamations. 2A, presentation and update from Thomas Stoltz, Yavapai Regional Transit Manager, regarding the Paulden Plunge.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. The Paulden Plunge is our premier event. When I say our premier event, I treat that as Yavapai Regional Transit's as well as Chino Valley's premier event. It provides transportation, it provides admission into the pool for children that really don't have much of a chance to get out and socialize. It is a very good social program for them. They bring their parents on occasions. They shop down here in Chino Valley. They go to the senior center, etc. But this has been a terrific event for us. We've been very happy to sponsor this and to have the city help us sponsor this. We have a small amount of funds left over from last year. Last year, we faced a few challenges. The pool had some mechanical issues, opened approximately 10 days late, and then we did not have any children booked for the last week through the foundation, through the Paulden Foundation. So we canceled that last week. So I'm here to ask the council for support as they had given us last year in the sum of $3,000. And we have been very fortunate to be supported by the Kiwanis Club, the Elks, a lot of local agencies. So that's the purpose of my coming to you this evening, is to ask for $3,000 for the support of children that don't have a heck of a lot.
Any questions?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Weird.
No, sorry. No.
Aaron?
Did you have a question for me? Sorry. No? Good.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stoltz.
No, how many kids are we talking? Just
Roughly?
We're expecting about 400.
Okay.
In 2019, we did just under 400. Last year, that number was a little bit lower because of what I previously mentioned. But we will provide service for 8 full weeks, 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, and thank you very much, council members.
2B, presentation and update from Mr. John Curtis, Interim Volunteer Director for the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Good evening, Mr. Vice Mayor, Town Council, and staff. Thank you very much for this opportunity to present to you this evening and kind of give you an update of where we are for the last 7 weeks or so. We are trying to evolve the chamber into becoming what we call a 3C chamber. My history of the Yuma County Chamber of Commerce for many years, we've evolved the chamber into what we call a 3C chamber, a convener of engaged individuals, champion for small business, and a conveyor of great ideas for the community. What's happened since we fixed some signage, and I'm going to show you some slides later, there's been increased traffic in the office for information, more calls to the office asking just about events and things happening in the community. We've changed our branding and changed our message. When I answer the phone, it's a Chino Valley Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Center. We've begun to really promote the fact that it is the town's official visitor center. And we've increased our revenues through just some simple basic things we've done, and we've created a leaner organization, just digging in and looking at what things could change, fix, evolve, just to get to the next level. So someone told me I can advance slides here. I'm the uber goober, so you get the,
Just say beep and Aaron will do it.
oh, just one, okay. Here's the signage. The old Chamber of Commerce sign on the road, which is cool, but we added the Visitor Information Center because, again, that's what we are. The sign over the door said, "Come in, we are awesome," which that could have been true. But we're actually the Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, so we found that to be helpful. And we also have a rack out front with visitor information so that when we are not in the office, we're manned 2 days a week by myself and 3 days by volunteers, that folks can come and get information as needed. I change that out every time I come to the office. So there's been 18 guides been picked up in our absence just this month alone. And we have a new sign-in sheet. We want our visitors to log in, let us know where they're from, information they need. And we have that tracking mechanism in place now. And this month we've had 6 visitors asking for information about the area. We're also trying to do a better job of just being grateful. We can't exist without the support of our major sponsors and our major partners. So we've created a pull-up sign to take to events that's got the chairman's circle, the town logo is on it, the Daily Courier, and the Arizona Hometown Radio Group, who are platinum partners, APS, Drake, Tom's, and the like. And of course, our other smaller level sponsors, but they're significant in the fact that they contribute big dollars. And most of these members, they give money to the chamber. It's inspirational, it's not transactional. Here's some money, run the organization, do the right things, promote the town, make sure that people know that Chino Valley is a great place to live, work, play, raise a family, run a business. Just do that. Some of the smaller organizations, the restaurants, it's more transactional. I join a chamber, bring me customers, and that's cool too. But there's 2 levels of members. We're trying to cater to both. We also changed the the website into the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Information Center. And on the website, you can see that all the logos of all of our partners are there, clicking, going straight to their websites. So we're doing what we can to let the major partners know we appreciate them and we can't do what we do without them. Next steps. We're building a board of directors with business people. We have a board of directors now. They're wonderful, but they belong to nonprofits. So we're building a board, and we've had some really nice yeses of building a board of directors that are business people. We're also maintaining compliance with the bylaws. It's really critical if we're going to keep our 501c3 status, 501c6 status, and really move forward correctly, legally, and properly. The bylaws is the Bible. We're creating and promoting an annual list of local events. We're finding out, excuse me, that there are organizations that run great events, and we run into that calendarization, and there's a problem. So we're working with the Prescott Chamber and the Prescott Valley Chamber, making sure that their major events don't conflict with ours. We're going to do fewer events. I'm looking for quality, not quantity. It's important that when people come to our events, that they leave saying, I'm glad I was there, glad I didn't miss this. This was important. Our time is too valuable to waste on a lunch and learn where 12 people show up. And it's wasteful for us as well. We're going to increase our number of platinum partners. The word is out there. And I've had some inquiries from some folks that really want to participate with the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce. We're cleaning up the database and the member list. The database has almost 400 members in it, but there are now 164 paying members of the Chamber of Commerce. So we have some data entry stuff to fix with the office. We are preparing to publish an official visitor's guide. We don't have one. Every chamber that I know of has a member directory, relocation package, and a visitor's directory. So as a visitors information center, we want to make sure people can get a magazine that is fabulous with all the great things to see and do in this area. That's a partnership with Daily Courier. The Courier has offered us a very generous profit sharing program, and it's going to be wonderful, and you're going to be very proud of this product. There's a page in that guide for the town, for a letter from the mayor, a letter from whoever, And again, it's going to be one of the things we're all going to be proud of. I'm looking forward to getting that published. We're also going to hand off a very stable organization to the new director. I'm the volunteer interim director. I was very specific in that title. I retired from the chamber world back in 2020. But Chino Valley deserves a chamber of commerce that you can be proud of and that can be admired. Those are the goals. You're proud of it and it's being admired. And I'm going to continue on as an advisory board member. I'm not just going to blow off. To be a board member, you have to be a member of the chamber. I am a member of the chamber because you have to walk the talk and talk the talk. And also, we're going to get that Arizona Tourist Information Sign moved. That bad boy is going to get moved. Thank you. You're really coordinating efforts with ADOT. With the permits done, it's going to get moved, and that will be, if I could get that sign moved, I can handle world hunger. I know it. So with that, leaves time for Q&A.
I'm good.
Thank you.
We're good.
No questions?
Okay.
I wasn't that good. Anyway,
Thank you. Fantastic
appreciate
job.
you.
Thank you.
Good job.
2C, introduction and presentation of Town of Chino Valley new employee hires. Ms. Laura?
Good evening, Vice Mayor and Council. So the last time I was before you to present new hires, or new team members, I should say, was on November 8th. And I tell you what, it has been a busy recruitment year. So since the last time I was here, we onboarded 13 new team members. And since the beginning of the fiscal year, it's been 22 new team members. So I'm just going to go through the PowerPoint presentation to present to you those new hires, and a couple of them are with us. So when we get to those names, I'll have them stand up. All right. So the first new hire is Elena Aragon, and she is actually here with us. She's with the municipal court. She is a court clerk, and she onboarded with us 11/28 of 2022. Actually, the town manager and I met with the judge this morning, presiding magistrate, and she had nothing but great things to say about Elena. So we're so happy to have you on board. Thank you. Sean Snyder is a cadet. He's in NARDA training, expected to graduate. I want to say it's June 1st. And from there, he will become an official police officer with the town and go through his FTO training. He started with us on December 5th of 2022. Karen Mastrocola is part of our finance team, and she's an accountant, started December 19th of 2022. Scott Untersayer, he is a cadet also with NARDA, expected to graduate June 1st. He actually transferred from the animal control department. He was an animal control officer and transferred on December 25th, and he's about to finish his training, so that's pretty exciting. Rebecca Segan is an animal shelter technician. She was hired on February 6th of 2023 in the animal control department. And with us today is Officer Zamansky. Mackenzie Zamansky came on board with us February 7th. She's keeping us safe tonight, so thank you. We're so happy to have you. She transferred actually over from the city of Prescott. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Glad you're with us. Robert Rodriguez is a maintenance worker with our streets team in the Public Works Department. He onboarded with us February 21st. Jordan Holmes, another police officer, onboarded with us on February 21st, and I want to say that he came from Flagstaff, if I'm not mistaken. So, Brandon Connolly is a maintenance worker in our streets department. We're really, we've been able to really staff up our streets team, so we're excited about that. They were really short-staffed for a period of time, and he onboarded with us March 13th. Kenneth Copel is also a maintenance worker in our facilities department, and he came on board March 20th. Jesus Egarola is a seasonal maintenance worker in the Parks Department who was hired on March 20th. And Doug Hawk is another police officer that came on to the team on April 3rd. And finally, Luke Carell is a seasonal maintenance worker. He actually he's in our parks department now, but he transferred from our aquatics team. So he's been with us as a seasonal employee in aquatics, and now is with our parks team, and we're really happy to have him. And he onboarded March 13th. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Call to the public.
Call to the public is an opportunity for the public to address the council on any issue within the jurisdiction of the council that is not on the agenda. Public comment is at the discretion of the council and not required by law. Individuals are limited to speak for 3 minutes. Yielding of time will not be permitted. The total time for call to the public may be up to 30 minutes per meeting. Council action taken as a result of public comment will be limited to directing staff to study the matter, scheduling the matter for further consideration and decision at a later date, or responding to criticism. Disrespectful behavior will not be tolerated. This includes loud outbursts, profanity, and disrupted discussions amongst our audience. Vice Mayor, I do have a couple. Susie Jarvis, please.
Good evening, Council, Vice Mayor. Susie Jarvis with Pickleball, Chino Valley Pickleball. Yes, I'm back again. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on what we have accomplished, and we have accomplished a lot. We are now a corporation. We do have our tax ID. Our next step is we are filing for our 501c3. We're hoping to get that done this week. I didn't realize there was so much detail on that, but it took a couple retirement minds to get through all that, and we did. So we are about 90 members now. We do have a lot of members that come and join us through the winter and or the summer, and they come and jump in there. We're getting more families that are reaching out to us, and I'm excited about just seeing the kids out there. If you see these little kids play, it is so exciting. Weekly, today we had 22 people show up on the courts. As you know, we have 4 courts that'll seat 16 people. We had 22 today, and we've been averaging that on the weekdays. On the weekends, we're hitting Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, 24 to 26 people that are coming. We're very grateful. We sit there and talk, and we get to know each other. We have an unbelievable family-oriented group. And, but again, I just kind of want to let you guys know the update of what we're doing. And I also would like to introduce you to a few of my board members that are actually here tonight that have been working so hard, and they all bring something amazing to the table. First off, I'd like to introduce my Vice President, John McKay. And he comes with a lot of grant writing behind him, so hopefully we can get into that and do some of that. Denise Olson is our treasurer. And thank you, Denise. She takes care of the money we have on our dues and stuff. Nancy I'm going to kill it. Daffendorf. Nancy actually started all this, you guys. She really did. She really got us going on this. She is a board member at large. Unfortunately, Kathy Hill, our secretary, could not be here tonight, and Monica could not be here tonight. But we want to let you know that we appreciate all the time you've given us, and we're here. We're ready to go to work. And we also invite you guys all to come out and play pickleball. It is a great sport, great for the mind, great for the body, and it's great for the laughter that we bring. So again, thank you again. Come out and see us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Jeff Crandall with the Chino Valley Historical Society.
Vice Mayor, town council members, I'm Jeff Crandall. I'm a volunteer with the Chino Valley Historical Society. We also have our president, Kay Loster, is here in the audience tonight. We can see on the agenda that, we have some other board members here. Bill Mitchell is here. Yeah. And Sue and Kay. Yeah. So we're well represented tonight. We could see on the agenda that one of the agenda items is some discussion and possible action on a tentative town budget tonight. And we're aware that there's some appropriation in there for the Historical Society. And so we're here to ask for your careful consideration of that support from the town. We have been open, just to let you know, we have been open every Saturday in all of April and all of May, and we've had over 200 people come through and view our facilities and our displays. And in addition to that, we've been bringing in some outside speakers for our meetings, and we've had 35 or 40 people show up at our meetings. So we're pretty happy about that. So because of all that, we believe that Chino Valley Historical Society is really a valuable asset. It's a valuable resource to the town, both culturally and educationally. So as we continue to improve our facilities and our programs, any support that the town can give us is going to help us with that. And so, so again, we ask for your careful consideration for that. Is there any questions I can answer?
At this point, we can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you.
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Rachel Furnow.
Good evening, Vice Mayor, Council. I know it's been a while since I've been up here. Rachel Furnow. I have a couple things I wanted to address with you guys this evening. But first and foremost, I know as I have gotten to know many of you outside of council and staff outside of planning and zoning, many of you know I suffered a great loss a couple months ago, and I just want to thank those of you who reached out to me personally to acknowledge your condolences. It means a lot to me, and I can appreciate that sometimes your roles go beyond public service. So I want to thank you for that. Additionally, I want to just put out to the public that the Prescott Area Association of Realtors will be hosting a food drive in front of Safeway this Thursday from 9 to 3. We will be accepting food goods, cash donations, gift certificates, and 100% of those proceeds are going to go back to the Chino Valley Food Bank. So I would appreciate any type of reach you guys have in spreading that word. I will be volunteering personally from 11 to 1. So if you want to come by and write a check or break out your cash, I'll be happy to take it. I have another item, but I'm going to wait till the action items. The last thing I wanted to talk about was last week when I came home to my house, and I wish Frank was here to address this with him, but, you know, the combine had come by to mow the right-of-way, and I'm just not understanding why when we're hiring these contractors to go by and mow the right-of-way, can we not send someone ahead of them or organize some type of public service volunteerism to clean up litter? Because we live in a town with like an average wind speed of 50 miles an hour, and garbage is everywhere, all over our right-of-ways. And the combine comes through and just shreds whatever's there. So I came home to other people's papers, boxes, styrofoam boxes. I mean, just shred. And I'm a busy person like most people, so I really didn't enjoy spending my afternoon having to clean up that stuff. I would have much preferred to lend my time on a Saturday, and I'm happy to spearhead that, to organize it, quite frankly. But I think that the roads department could do something to be proactive about contributing to not only, you know, cleaning up litter on our roadways, but to not now have residents have to pick up litter that's been shredded into 1,000 pieces. So, like I said, I'm happy to assist however I can with that, but I just don't think there's any excuse for not sending someone ahead of them to be proactive in that cleanup. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor, I just want to make the minutes and the record clear that Mayor Miller has exited this meeting at 6:22. Next, I have Beth Vickery.
Haven't seen Beth in a while.
Hi. I wanted to share this information about the Arizona Sunshine Medical Clinic that's in June 8th and 9th. It's all free, and they have it's in Prescott Valley Finley Center, the ice rink basically. They have dental care, eye exams, and medical, and a bunch more. And it's basically coming up. It's all free, so thank you.
Thank you.
And that's June 8th, Beth? Is that what you said? June 8th?
8th and 9th.
Thank you.
That's all I have for call to the public.
Thank you. Current events summaries and reports. For a status reports by mayor and council regarding current events. Over here.
I have nothing.
School's out for summer officially today for Chino Valley, and graduation is tomorrow. That's all I have.
Sherry? John?
Nope.
Okay. Or B, status report by town manager Cindy Blackmore regarding town accomplishments and current upcoming projects.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, Council. Just a few things. As a reminder, town offices will be closed this Monday, the 29th, in observance of the Memorial Holiday, and we will reopen Tuesday for normal business hours. The town clerk would like to remind everyone that we are still accepting applications for the Roads and Streets Committee, and those applications will be accepted through May 31st. You can go on our town website and get information on that if you're interested. Our general plan comment period is still open. We are inviting all comments, trying to get as much public input as we can. Remember, this is your plan, and we want to hear from you. So please go to our website, make it chinogeneralplan.com, or you can go to the chinoaz.net website as well, and it has a link to it. And I would like to recognize that this week is National Public Works Week, so a shout out to all the great work that our public works people are doing. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and I want to really recognize them for that great work. And speaking of public works, one of the major projects is about to kick off tomorrow. Work will begin on Road 1 East between Center Street and Road 1 South. So expect delays out there. I know it may be an inconvenience for a while, but to get our infrastructure in there and to get a new road in there will really improve the travel in our town. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Excellent,
Vice
thank
Mayor.
you. Consent agenda. Would any council member wish to remove any item from the consent agenda?
Nope.
Okay, entertain a motion.
I'd like to pull 5A.
Oh, sorry. 5A, consideration and possible action to adopt resolution number 2023-1224, approving the proposed statements and estimates of expenses of the town of Chino Valley street lighting improvement districts for fiscal year 2023-2024.
I was just wondering what the estimate of expenses are.
Okay, so we're going to pull
There's no
5A.
amount here.
and then I take a motion and then readdress 5A.
So let's clarify. Let's go through the vote on 5B, C, D, and E, and then we'll discuss 5A separately.
I don't see a C. I got A, B, D, and E.
It should be on
Well,
your
it's on the
monitor.
screen.
Look
Is it
on your
the screen?
monitor.
Okay. I make a motion to approve consent agenda items B, C, D, and E.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No nays. Okay. Consent agenda 5A.
Joe's coming.
Mr. Duffy?
Yeah, Mayor and Council, this is for the Chino Valley Street Lighting Improvement District. It's actually the lighting district up in Bright Star. It's divided into 3 separate districts. And Aaron, could you pull the amount? I'm thinking it's It's either 3,900, 4,000, or 4,100. I just can't remember the number off the top of my head. There's an attachment near the bottom here. An appendix. There you go. This breaks out how much each district has levied, District 1, 2, and 3A. So the total for all three districts is $3,900. And essentially, we give the county this amount. They bill the property owners in Bright Star on their property tax bill. They remit it to us. We pay the APS bill for the streetlights.
Okay,
So,
there's a price. Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
I make a motion, we approve item 5B.
Second.
Let's clarify the motion. That should be 5A.
Yeah, 5A.
5A.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved. Thank you.
I'm going to be up for the next item,
Oh,
sir.
Okay.
Since I'm here.
Well, action item, I'd like to make a motion to continue 6A to our June 13th, 2023 meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, then I won't be here. See you, sir.
See you, Joe.
Happy birthday.
6B, public hearing, consideration, and possible action regarding the Homestead preliminary plat. Staff presentation, Will?
Alrighty. Good evening, Vice Mayor, members of council. As read, the item before you is a request for approval for the Homestead subdivision preliminary plat. This is the second time that this project has come before the council. First time being the rezoning of this parcel, which was approved earlier this year. And then the applicant is in attendance this evening. So just a brief refresher on the project. The subject property is 20 acres in size, currently zoned single-family residential, 1 acre minimum, and is located at the northeast corner of West Road 3 South and South Road 1 West. The proposal itself consists of 15 1-acre lots with a newly created east-west roadway dubbed Farley Way. This will be improved to town standards with asphalt. Associated with this is drainage tracks, road improvements along South Road 1 West, and associated landscaping along the roadway perimeter of South Road 1 West as well. The properties will be served by well and septic as proposed. Staff did receive one letter in opposition, which is contained within your packet, citing water, road conditions, and traffic as concerns. So this item did go before the Planning and Zoning Commission on May 2nd and did receive a recommendation of approval. So the Planning and Zoning Commission forwarded to Town Council a recommendation of approval for the preliminary plat with conditions of approval found in Attachment A. So we'll go ahead and open it up for questions or discussion. I believe Frank Marbury is attending remotely, so any public works related questions can be directed to him. Happy to answer any sort of land use planning questions that you might have.
Any questions on this side? No?
Nope.
Any questions on this side? Any?
I'll wait for Annie.
Staff? Not at this time.
So, see where the service trucks, school buses or whatever, will be going all the way down and making a turn at the circle to come back out? What would that be doing to the road right there?
Can see if Frank is on. He should be able to better answer that question.
Thank you, Will, and members of council. If you can, I hope you can hear me. The street and the cul-de-sac will be designed to accommodate trucks and fire trucks and school buses in particular with the turning radius per the design. So it should be designed to handle those occasional loads.
Okay.
Will that be a town road dedicated to the town, or?
Mr. Vice Mayor, yes, at this time, I think that cul-de-sac will be a public street.
Any other questions?
Nope.
I do have one question. Well, I don't know if you know this, but you know, on the draft general plan, it talks about the percentage of mobile or manufactured homes.
Okay.
Do you know if this number is included in that 44%?
It will not. That number is specific to currently placed.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all.
Okay, no other questions? Thanks, Will. Questions from council to applicant? Can we get the applicant?
Good evening, council members, Vice Mayor Jay Bates, Right Homes, open for questions.
Any questions for the applicant?
Well, that was easy.
Mr. Bates, I have a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
You have, you cannot put City of Prescott water here because
Correct.
the run is too far.
Correct.
And again, how far is it?
Prescott Water, I
1,400 feet?
believe, is at Road 2 South.
Okay, so we're looking at 15 septics and 15 wells,
Correct.
just to confirm. Okay,
We've also attained a assured water supply certificate from the state of Arizona for this project.
okay, thank you. Any questions?
Something I have never seen before. Conditions of approval, item 4, as part of their closing documents, the developer shall require buyers to sign a noise and odor disclosure acknowledging proximity of the existing slaughterhouse and the potential impact of related odors and noises.
Yes, that is one of the requirements by town. We're willing to accept that. It's not an issue. There's a lot of people live around there and lived around there for a long time. Doesn't seem to be an issue. Those houses have sold multiple times and people live there and enjoy it, and they're actually a little closer than we are, so yeah, I think it's going to be fine.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bates.
Thank you.
I'd like to open a public hearing.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I have one submitted card, possibly Rachel, for now.
Vice Mayor, members of the council. I just have a couple of concerns about this project. I know that Mr. Bates can state that many homes have been sold in that area. To my knowledge, as a Realtor, none of those homes had to sign disclosures of smell or noise. So I had mentioned this in planning and zoning to Mr. Bates that I thought that could be a possible deterrent to actually selling those properties, and that should be something of concern as a developer. Additionally, I know that we did not get a chance to discuss the budget tonight, but I did watch the study session in which Joe talked in depth about our only bad news situation is the fact that our wastewater management plan is losing money, and that the idea is to just increase 3 to 5% on fees for the people who are currently tied into that. So I'm sure that some of you share my same opinion that there's a flaw in our UDO when it comes to the distance to tie into city utilities. I've noticed a trend specifically with this developer. A couple of years ago when I was coming and seeing the projects, they were 1,200 square foot lots. And now they're all an acre. And I know that that is with the complete intent to avoid tying into our city services. I just don't see how our town continues to survive if we do not hold developers accountable to tying into our infrastructure. We are borrowing from our general fund to pay for the deficit in our wastewater treatment plant. And now we're going to pass that cost on to our citizens who, quite frankly, are already struggling. I just don't think that's acceptable when we have developers that can afford to run the block to tie in. So I would strongly consider you, if not for this project specifically, but we need to address that flaw in our UDO ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you.
That
Anyone
was
else?
the only one that I had submitted.
Okay.
Mr. Bates has his
Mr.
hand raised.
Bates?
Just in addressing those comments, number one, as far as the disclosure for the slaughterhouse is concerned, I think that's on us. I don't think anybody else can dictate to us whether we should or should not. If we're doing it, we're taking all the risk. So that part of it. Secondly, we'll hook up to sewer. We've built 75 houses in Chino. We've hooked up to sewer and water in many of those, depending on where they're at. It's just a matter of cost and being effective. If it's 600 or 800 or 1,000 feet away, the cost is prohibitive. I mean, the developer can't pay $150,000 to get sewer and water to a 1 acre lot. Just doesn't make any sense. Currently, it's 300 feet. We've abided by that in every respect, and we'll continue to. Anytime we can, we'll be glad to go sewer and water. We've got a proposed project over on Road 2 North that hasn't come to you yet, but it's 70 homes, and it'll be all sewer and water in the town. So I don't know what to say about that. We're glad to participate whenever we can. Thank you.
That's it. Okay, I'll close public hearing, and I'll entertain a motion.
Hearing no motion?
We'll make a motion for this. Hold on. I don't see. Where is it?
It's the last one.
I don't see the language on this paper, though.
There was no recommended action from staff on this item, so this would be up to council's discretion to make any motion that you see fit,
And this,
if that helps.
just for clarification, this is the preliminary or the final?
Vice Mayor, council members, this is the preliminary plat. If chosen to go forward, the item will go through a technical review and then a final plat, which will come before council once again.
For the final?
Correct.
Okay. Well, then I'll make a motion that we approve the homestead preliminary plat as presented by staff.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No.
Nays?
No.
No.
So we have a tie.
Let's call for a roll call vote on this.
Can we get a roll call?
Councilmember Shacker,
No.
Councilmember Perkins,
No.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember McCafferty,
Yes.
Councilmember Armstrong,
No.
Vice Mayor Granillo.
Yes.
So I have a 3-3, motion fails.
Thank you, Sherry.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Oh, this is yours.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
Thanks, Eric. You did a good job.
You're kidding me. Your dad?